What's going on, YouTube? SoCal Actual here. I'm sorry it's been a few weeks, but I had, life. So we're gonna start right with it. Hope everyone is doing okay. I hope all your 2A dreams and wishes came true. Hope the CADOJ hasn't put their foot on your neck a little bit too hard these past couple of weeks. Yeah, so let's get into today's topic. I get my notes out. Oh, also, right off the bat, I have a little bit of a new setup here. What is this hair doing here? A little bit of a new setup here. I really just switched tables. I was filming on one of those pull-out poker table type things, and it was a little bit too much to set up. So now I'm set up on my actual work desk for mixing and things like that. I'm an audio engineer, so I do that type of stuff. All right, so that's pretty much what's going on with that. Also, life happened, so I wasn't able to film the past couple of weeks, but now we're back. So what's been going on with me? Well, I've been to the range a few times. Haven't really purchased any new firearms. Last year I kind of went super crazy with purchasing firearms, so we're gonna slow down that a little bit. We're gonna pump the brakes on that for a little bit, and the new goal is to really only focus on accessories, ammo, things of that nature, because I have a lot of things, so I need to just get accessories for those things instead of buying more things. But I always will say I am a collector first. So I your Second Amendment right, you want to have 5,000 guns, shoot, those are rookie numbers, pump them up. Maybe one day I'll get there, who knows. But anyway, I wanted to kind of come back with today's video and just talk a little bit about how I was wrong about a few things I've spoken about in the past couple of videos if you've been watching. Okay, so you're thinking, all right, so what is SoCal actually wrong about? I mean, he's amazing. Why would he ever be wrong about anything? And that was my thought too. But yeah, a couple of things changed. So first and foremost, if you're looking at the table here, we have two of my collections. We have a Glock 17 and a Sig M17. So first and foremost, safety first, let's go ahead and clear these. So that's empty, chamber empty, clear. All right, and we got the Sig, mag is empty, chamber empty. All right. So what was SoCal Actual wrong about? Well, little story. About a week ago, I went to the range. I usually take a couple of things, but this time around when I went, I really wanted to take, at least as far as my handguns go, just two options. The Glock 17 here, which is my primary training gun. I have holsters for this. This is the one I train with. And then the Sig M17. Now, if you watch the other videos I had featuring this, I kind of dogged it a little bit. I said it was boring. I kind of more so wish the military would have chose the Glock 19X. And sidebar, if you want another really good video about that decision and everything, watch Small Arms Solutions. That's Chris Bertucci's channel. Watch his video he recently did about the M9 versus the Glock 19X versus the Sig M17 and what went on with that trial. I still think the Glock should have won, but we're not going to talk about that. So what was I wrong about? Well, while I still think this is kind of overall not the most exciting gun as far as looks and aesthetics go, man, if this thing doesn't shoot really nice. I shot so well with this, and I've taken it out before, but I put about 150 rounds between 150 rounds out of each. And as much as I train with with the Glock 17 and how comfortable I feel with it, I was just on Donkey Kong with this thing. It just really was kind of making me feel like a Sig believer. I totally get why people are kind of rushing to the stands to grab these P320s. They feel really good. So I mean, yeah, I was just hitting everything. The groupings were really good from a few yards away on the pistol range, hitting steel out pretty far with this thing, and it was just great. And directly comparing it with the Glock the Glock 17, I shoot this pretty well, but I still do have some issues here and there with this, mostly due to the bore access and how I kind of have to tilt a little bit to get the sights aligned, whereas the M17 slash P320 just naturally points for me. It just naturally feels really good when I'm gripping this. Really nice. Sights are really good on this too. And I know everyone says, well, the default Glock sights are like, you know, plastic crap, you should replace those. I'm just not so much of a person who replaces the stock parts. I've kept them, but I actually really might want to get some better sights for this, because the sights aren't like terrible, but they're just not as good as the night sights on the Sig. So yeah, I was flat out wrong about this gun being kind of corny, man. This gun's actually pretty freaking good, man. And so then I was kind of thinking like, well, since I shot this so well and I got the X300 for it, you know, should I grab a holster? And so I start kind of more so maybe making this like my primary training handgun. You know, should I really do that? I think the answer is obvious no. Obviously no. Like I'm just a Glock fanboy. Like these things are gorgeous. Like I love this gun to death. So if that's not gonna change anything. But I will no longer bash the M17 because it works really well. So I definitely won't bash it any longer. So yeah, I was wrong about that. If you're in between these two in California, since the M18 is on the roster and you can get the other P320s and the Glock 17, I suggest that you go to a range that'll allow you to rent and you shoot both of them to see what you like more. Or if you have a buddy who has, you know, who owns one of them or both, to go shoot theirs and see how you feel and compare and contrast them. Now, the biggest thing for me was just that aiming axis I have to kind of have. I kind of have to have a little bit of a tilt down to get those sights aligned, whereas the Sig just points just a lot more natural for me. A lot more natural. Feels a lot better in the hand. But I've used the Glock so much, I'm still gonna just continue with this just because I love it a lot. So sorry, Sig. Yeah, you guys made a pretty good pistol, man, and it just feels really good. You guys did your thing on that. So I still think Glock should have won the military contract. But hey, I'm no longer bashing this gun. This is a pretty freaking awesome gun. And I'm also thinking of actually purchasing an optic for it, since it has a cut for it. I think it's cut for a Delta Point Pro or something like that. I think that's like what the default is for this. I could be wrong about that. If I'm wrong, call me an idiot in the comments and just correct me. You guys have been doing a really good job, like kind of calling me out in the comments or asking me questions when things seem weird. So, you know, I appreciate it. Appreciate being called on my BS if I don't know something. That's what learning is. That's what's so great about firearms. If you say something incorrectly, nothing but very nice people on the internet will remind you. I'm joking about that. But still, you know, feel free to do that. So I did want to come out and say, like, yeah, on second thoughts, this is actually a really, really sweet gun. Unfortunately, that's not the only thing I was wrong about too, kind of with themes going on in my videos. So let me go ahead and put these to the side here. Excuse me for a moment. And I'm not going to cut this because I don't do that. We're just talking here. All right, so let me grab this here. All right. So here we have my PTR 91R, which is PTR Industries 9mm MP5 clone. And go ahead and take the mag out, clear it. The mag is empty and the chamber is open, so nothing's in there. All right, so down there, if you realize, there is a fin grip on this, and I think the last time I showed it off, I had the mag lock in there from Mag Latch, which is still in here. But the last time I went to the range, the first time I went to the range, I didn't use the fin grip because I've always, you know, hated fin grips. They're ugly, they feel awkward, I hate them, whatever. I was watching a Reno May video the other day, and he was saying, like, you know, when he was kind of getting into the guns, he was also kind of like a fin grip hater, but then he was working out more and got his grip up, and then he started training with it more and kind of got it down. And that had me thinking, like, you know what? I didn't really give fin grips a fair chance. Like, only one I ever ran was on my AK, my M70, and I didn't like it, but that was only for one range trip. So I put around, let's see, 100 rounds through this at the range. I'm not rich, so I don't put that many rounds at every range trip. I just kind of do what I can. And I did it with the fin grip, and it, you know, it wasn't terrible. And I really hate to admit that. It was, for me, it was much better to be able to easily remove the mag, you know, and kind of get that going than to grip it as best as I could. And I was also, you know, I was also able to, get in there. What the heck? Okay. I was also able to, you know, kind of maneuver it just fine. So I actually think I'm going to roll with the fin grip on this. Yeah, it is a pain to run this mag lock and to reload it because I have to keep breaking the lower receiver off, and it doesn't take that long. I've got it down pretty quickly, but just being able to go like this is just so much easier. I don't know, that mag's being so weird. So much easier. So yeah, I was a little wrong about the fin grip. So for all you people who run fin grips on their rifles, for stuff hits the fan or home defense or things like that, I totally get it. And even with my natural hatred for fin grips, I'd never tell anybody for a home defense situation to run a mag lock rifle. Like if your life depends on it, you should be able to use the rifles as quickly and accessible as you possibly could. So I would never say that. So take that how you want to take it. But yeah, I was kind of wrong about that. And also over here on it, let me get this too. Hold on a second. We got the AUG here, fin grips on this thing too. Ran this at the range. Let's clear it. That's clear. Oops. Let's just hold that there. Oh my God, this thing's gonna be so much trouble. Yeah, chamber is clear. It's empty. All right. Yeah, ran this at the range with the fin grip too, and I didn't hate it either. Even let the missus shoot it, and she was able to put rounds down range, shot it out to like 200 yards, and it was fine. I have a comp on here, a J comp, which is pretty cool, and the Magpul vertical foregrip. So it worked out. Yeah, it's a little bit awkward because with this, I much rather have like a vertical grip here to kind of, do a little bit of a like this type of grip on the front of it, but it was fine. So removing the mag is much more like much more of a better thing in my opinion. So I'm gonna stick with the fin grips on here for now, just as I'm running them until I'm able to maybe go out of the state, outside of California, maybe to Nevada or Arizona, and you use it the way the designers intended. But for now, while we're here, we're gonna go ahead and use the fin grips. So I get it, guys. I really do. All the fin grip lovers, I really do get it. It is better to be able to easily remove your mag. Like, I got it, guys. I got it. You freaking win, all right? You beat SoCal Actual down, and now I'm a fin grip guy. I'm not a fin grip guy. They're still ugly as hell, and they still make the rifles look disgusting. But function over form, I guess that's the way of the way of the game. So let me take out my notes, see if I got anything else. I think that was pretty much it for my comeback video. Now that I got this new setup, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to our regular scheduled uploading. I still have a couple of things to show you guys. I'm still waiting on something to come here. It actually came, but then I had to send it back because it needed to get worked on. But whatever. That's just the nature of the beast. I seem to have the best luck with stuff in RMAs. I'm lying. This is now the third product I've purchased in the firearm industry that's had to get RMA'd in the past few years. I don't know what's going on, but whatever. And hopefully this AUG doesn't get a cracked stock, so I don't have to send that back too. If you're looking for AUGs, be careful, because a lot of these are having not a lot, but I think less than 1% are having like a cracked stock issue, but it is frequently coming up on Reddit. Oh, speaking of Reddit, one thing I did want to kind of plug is a new website. It's called, I think, caguns.net. Not calguns.net, but caguns.net. That is the website that a gentleman on Reddit recently made, I think about 2 weeks ago, as a kind of upgraded experience to the typical Cal Guns experience. So it's a lot faster right now. I think it's just under 500 members right now. So a lot of people are signing up. They have classifieds, they have picture threads, they have discussions. It's really cool and it's really fast. So, if you're kind of tired of how Cal Guns is running right now and you want an alternative, check out caguns.net. I'm not sponsored by them, and I wasn't paid to say that, but I think the website is really cool, and it's a one-man guy running it and doing all the upkeep, so that's pretty commendable. And I'm all about, if you have a problem, go out there and address it yourself. Go out there and fix it yourself, and find like-minded people to go out there and help you fix it instead of just sitting down and complaining all day. That's the hidden lesson of this this video. So yeah, just wanted to catch up with you guys, see how you guys are doing. Again, sorry Sig, you guys made a cool gun, but I'm still gonna rock the Glock. And apologies to the fin grip people, because yeah, you were right. So yeah, hope you guys have a great weekend. Hopefully you can go out and shoot. Hopefully the weather's nice where you are. And if it's not, go out in the rain. That's fun too. I did that last week. It was a torrential downpour at Angeles Range, but you know, what are you gonna do? So until next time, this has been SoCal Actual, guys. Have a great weekend.